Guys, it was a horrible day for gig work today. Horrible. But I got through it and some way managed to almost make goal. It's kind of miraculous, but with all these declines, I got a million screenshots to show here of all the awfulness, the trash. Uh, Man, okay, let's get through this. Today's date is November 6th, and I logged in this morning to attempt to start working at 4:55. Now, I got off to a fantastic start 10 minutes later. There you see the first screenshot. 5:05. I was actually sitting in this chair when I got this offer and almost fell out of it. A $17 McDonald's order of only 6 miles off a good order on Uber. Like I said, I nearly, slipped out of this chair and fell down onto the ground, but I didn't. And I took this order, had this done in like 23 minutes, um, and yeah, come to find out later, I wasn't sure at first the breakdown of and I was thinking at first that maybe this was like I was getting tip baited here. That I really thought that customers slapped down like a $15 tip on this, and just to get somebody to take it and was going to take it away. That's what I thought. But long story short on this, I found out later the customer tip was only $3. Yeah, this was $14 base pay from Uber. I don't know what happened with this order, what was going on to it. I don't know why it was an exclusive offer. I don't know, but I lucked out miraculously. Um, Now the mistake I made here is my stupid thinking. I thought that shit, 5 o'clock. I'm gonna add this. I did have it done before 5:30. I'm like, what a start this is! $17 before 5:30 in the morning. And so I get lucky on this Uber order. Now, closer to 6 o'clock. Now, hopefully, like a regular, normal DoorDash shift starts, and this gets me off to a great start. Nope, nope, that's not what happened. I was really just not getting anything on DoorDash. DoorDash was like dead. Um, Next up was a $9.09 Speedway. I declined this one. Um, and, you know, it was just like 4 minutes after I dropped off the McDonald's order. Um, yeah, I mean, this isn't really horrible, and not really sure. I can't remember specifically why I declined this one, but I don't know. Probably just didn't want to mess around with it. Um, 5 minutes later, I get this 875 11 mile Tim Hortons upside down order decline. And then I take this one. Um, so $9.02 Speedway. Now I change my mind and decide to take the Speedway. And I start heading towards Speedway. Almost ran over a dog. I was on like Columbus Street, and this loose dog starts coming out on the road. I had to swerve. So that kind of sucked. And then I get to Speedway, and there's only one cashier and this long line of customers, probably at least like 8 customers. and which kind of sucked because this is an Uber order. I haven't done too much Uber. I don't know what their cancellation policies are and all this and that, dropping orders. I don't know Uber nearly as well as I know DoorDash. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling screwed here. And I've talked about Speedway before. They if an order's sitting there ready for a delivery driver, they could probably clearly tell when a delivery driver walks into the store. You can tell who they are. And I got this DoorDash shirt on, even though it's an Uber order. But still, the order's sitting right there. They got these 7 or 8 customers. The cashier should be able to spot you. Hey, you back there, you delivery driver for this order right here? Yeah, I am. And then just fucking hand me the sack. But no, so I've never, Speedway will not do that. You have to wait in the line, and it's BS, but whatever. So I got I figure I'd wait 10 minutes like I do with DoorDash orders. I started my timer. The line moved fairly fast. I got up to the front in 5 minutes and had the order. So whatever. Go to deliver that and delivered that at 6:07, so 29 minutes to make $9. Not very good, but I should mention on each of these Uber orders, I did get the full amount. This one was just showing 485 until the tip went through, and I got the full tip for the 902. Here we go with the upside down orders. $5 for 7 miles, sheets, 9 items. Going to the hilltop. Absolutely not. Decline. And these long distance Jolly Pirate. There's other donut shops other than Jolly Pirate. For gosh sakes, and Jolly Pirate's the worst donuts. I've talked about this before. Krispy Kreme. I've always kind of knocked Krispy Kreme in the past, but they're better than Jolly Pirate. If you get like gas station, UDF, get donuts from there. I mean, why do you have to get Jolly Pirate? Why do they have to come from across town? It's just irritating. Decline. $3 order from Uber, decline. $3, 6.6 miles. Okay, going to downtown Columbus, or this actually like West Side. But anyway, decline. Here we go again, $3. I tell you what, it was a miserable rainy day outside, and I guess so the customers were being miserable as well. Miserable weather led to miserable customers. Decline at 6:26. 3 minutes later, decline. Look where I'm at on this map. I'm pretty much like right at the customer's location. So you basically $5 for 14 miles. So you want me to travel north up to West Broad Street, go to Dunkin' Donuts, and come all the way back to deliver this for $5. I wouldn't even travel that to go up there for myself and come back here. Like I said, if you want donuts, there's other donut shops. I swear, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Walmart, all these Walmarts that I see anyway, they all pay around that $6 to $8 range. And they all would take around a half hour. Like this one is, I've only ever done the one stacked Walmart order that I can't remember when that even was. It was months ago, and that paid over $20. But that's I've never seen any offers like that for Walmart since. So, uh, decline and customer verification required. So, whatever. 864 for 18 miles. Again, I'm seeing all these Uber orders, but and the reason I have Uber turned on is I'm getting nothing on DoorDash. DoorDash is silent. So all I'm seeing is these Uber. If I had DoorDash orders to, do, then Uber would be turned off. 864 for 18 miles. TJ's going to near East Columbus. You kidding me? I'm not going to that area. Decline. What's next here? Is this the one I took? Yeah, I took this one. Okay, fine. Okay, this one makes sense. 836, 5 miles, McDonald's. It's all in zone. Okay, I got one. And so this picks up. You see here from the Harrisburg McDonald's. I get out of my car and this is past 6:30 in the morning. You would think the lobby would be open, but I go up there, the lobby's locked. And I was so ticked off. I walked away from that door, started walking to my car. I walked right in front of a car that was leaving the drive-through. They could have hit me if they wanted to. I was so pissed off. That door was locked. I start walking to my car. Could care less at that moment if somebody hit me or not. I tell you what. And then, so I delivered that this took me 25 minutes. Of course, I pulled through the drive-through. And it wasn't that busy. So I didn't wait too long in the drive-through, but still, it's like the principle of the matter here. And, so that ended up being $2.80 and a $5.56 tip. And also another thing, a couple other things with this order. It was in a modular home park that I've been to several times before, and the customer instructions, said, "Hey, make sure to enter on the Frank Road side only." And I knew where I was going when I saw those instructions. I come up to a stop sign and made a right, and immediately this car's honking at me. It's like right on my rear end, and I think what it was there was only a stop sign in my direction, I think. And I think I was in the wrong, but I don't know. I didn't read the stop sign. I should. I've been in there a few times. I should already know the traffic pattern in there, but apparently I didn't. It's just kind of like one of those days where I don't know. I wasn't fully there. Wasn't upstairs mentally. Wasn't paying attention to stuff. And also, this McDonald's order was showing like a lot, like 12 or 14 items or something like that. And I didn't look at the full list. But McDonald's is always really good about putting everything in the bags, and you got the sealed bags, so you don't have to check them. You're not supposed to open them and check them. I've never had a problem with McDonald's. I've always just grabbed the sack and delivered it. But this one, like, it felt like a light sack. This did not feel like something that would have like 12, 15 items in it. And when I handed the sack to the customer, she had like a confused look on her face. And I handed her this like really light sack, and she had like a confused look and kind of looked and was looking behind me to see if I had another sack to give her or whatever. Like a kind of look on her face like, this is it? And I go back, I tell her to have a good day or whatever, and I go back to my car and I'm thinking, well, here we go. So whatever happens on Uber, with DoorDash, you have the low customer ratings, the contract violations, this and that, whatever. I'm going to get something here. Whatever the disciplinary actions are on Uber, I can tell you right now, I'm getting something on this order. And I'm for sure not getting the tip on this. I just had that kind of a feeling, this horrible start to this morning. But I drove away, and an hour or so later, or whatever, realized that I got the full tip, and everything must have been okay. Apparently, I don't know. So, but anyway, next. And that was the last Uber order I did today. So I did the 3, and that was I'd only done 7 previous Uber orders this whole entire year, and only one since May the 21st. And here I did 3 today. So that's a record for 2024. 3 Uber orders in one day. Decline, $6, 6 mile. Tim Hortons. Can we stay away from the West Side offers here? This is all West Side. Picking up West Side, delivering West Side. I'm Southwest, not West here. $3 order, 7.8 miles McDonald's. Okay, And where was this? So this is me. Wow. Yeah, this is all taking place. What, like I'm in zone here, it looks like, and they want me to do everything. So I don't know. All the Uber drivers for West Side must have called off today. Apparently. Look at this, West Side. At least the pickup is. On something like this, why can't the pickup be here? We have 3 McDonald's locations. What's up with Uber and this Harrisburg location? And I had just been there with that lock lobby. I'm not going back there and going through that drive-through again for only $5. Decline. And then I get a DoorDash order at 7:22 in the morning. So what? I logged in at 4:55. You're talking like, what is this, like 2.5 hours? And this is only like what is it? This if you're keeping score here, what is it, the second DoorDash order or offer in 2.5 hours? It's crazy. 650, 5.5 miles, but that's for 2 orders. So no thanks. And Tim Hortons, it's going to be a mob scene at 7:22 in the morning. Not doing it. That's ridiculous. Upside down order, 750, 10 miles, Chick-fil-A. And any guesses where this is going? You guessed it, West Side. Climb Road, Frank Road. I'm there. Not. Again, where's the West Side drivers? I guess this isn't bad. And I finished up that previous order. Let's see, what time did this come across? 7:31. So I'd been waiting a half hour to this point, and maybe I was at home Maybe I can't remember for sure, but maybe that's why I didn't take this. Uh, I can't really tell on this map. Looks like I might be. Um, this isn't too bad, but um, I declined it for whatever reason. I don't really remember, but this isn't that wasn't too bad of an offer. 725, 9 mile McDonald's going down to Commercial Point. Not doing that. This is 7:38 in the morning. I mean, I should be able to get something better here. And then I take this part of the subject of lead story of today's video here. 1674 target, 9 miles, uh all taking place in zone. It's two orders, but it's only 13 items. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this, and it'll be, this should only take me maybe like 45 minutes or something to make close to 17 bucks. Yeah. So I took it. Here is the at least part of the list. Customer A was easy. And there was also some the cans of that Celsius drink. And then I look at customer B and look at that, something from the grocery section. And then look at that, shoes. Like, here we go, another clothing order. And shoes has got to be like worse than like socks and underwear. But whatever, I'll give it my best shot. Then as I'm, trying to, on my way or whatever to do this order, I gotta deliver that. And I'm thinking now that kind of like from what I can tell so far since they've gotten rid of the tip pool, and what I can kind of gather, my best educated guess here based off of what little I know and what little I've seen, is I'm thinking now going forward with Deliver That, I am only going to see 20 or at best $25 orders, and that's it. That is all I am going to see and that I can expect to see with Deliver That. Anything paying $30, $40, $50 and on up, that's going to be done by your regular full-time drivers. I'm just going to get the $20 orders, and that's all they're going to pay. So they got rid of the tip pool. So any of these catering orders where a customer tips like 15 bucks or less, then just my theory here that Deliver That is going to make all the orders to where it's like a minimum of like $20. So let's say you get like one of these catering or zero tip. I don't know if that happens on Easy Cater, Deliver That. I don't know, but let's just take a zero tip order. Well, I have a feeling that Deliver That's going to, have a $20 base pay. It's nobody in the upper tiers of drivers is going to take that. It's going to go through, trickle down through the middle tiers. And if nobody wants it, then I'll see it. And like I said, that's all I'm going to see is the $20 orders. And if they're delivering like out of zone, chances are I'm not going to mess with it. So this was delivering to Asheville. And to be honest, I should know, but right off the top of my head, I don't even know where Asheville is, to be honest. Where is it? It's like southeast of Commercial Point. I don't know if I've ever been there. I have no idea. Um, $22. So was there a mileage on this? 12 miles for $22, and then of course all the mileage heading back. So gave this order back, obviously. Okay, now we get back to the Target order, and I took a screenshot of there's the two boots or whatever that I'm supposed to pick up, a girl's pair, and it looks like a boy's pair, probably. Maybe they're both for girls, I don't know. um it's like, good luck with this. So I go in there, shop, the really all of the items except for these boots, no problems with. Zipping through this, the Celsius. There was 3 cold cans up by the registers, but I found the other 2 cans on the other side of the store on the shelf. No problems. Go to do these shoes last, and this is what I come up upon. Look at this. Look, the fucking war zone. And I just took a picture of this one aisle, and all of these boxes is that brand that I'm looking for. This is where they all were. And the other shoe aisles on either side of the other aisles next to where I took this picture, those aisles look just as bad as this one. Like a tornado went through there, a war went through there, whatever the heck. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Now, crazy as it sounds, this pair right here that just so happens to be like not in a box and just sitting there on somehow, some way, that was the same style and size of well, I already closed out the other screenshot. What was it, 9T, 10T, whatever it was. But that's what size these were. So I thought that was the pink pair. I was like, hell no, I actually found one in this mess. Go to scan it, and that's not it. So, and I don't know if it was that was the brand name and the style name and the size. But sometimes I don't know, with infant, toddler, children's like sizes, I get confused sometimes, because is there just okay, let's take for instance 9T. Okay, I don't know. Is there a 9T for infants that would be like that big of a shoe, and then also a 9T for a toddler, a much bigger shoe? I don't know. I don't know my babies and children's size shoes. I don't know. Okay. Um, and I just dropped this order. I just dropped it. I put in my comments something about, war zone shoe department area, and then I put that, I couldn't find a associate to help me out in there, and drop. And then I went up to the checkout. It was kind of funny. The checkout clerk was like, so did you find everything you needed today? And I was like, well, I did for one customer. I was like, that my other customer on this DoorDash order ordered shoes, and I took one look at the shoe department. I was like, well, this ain't happening. I'm dropping this, and the cashier was like, I don't blame you. So I only got I deliver, and the one that I did shop, customer A, that was the close customer, one that was close to Target. basically just down the street, and so I got $8 out of the 1674. So I got, you might as well say, half the money. So 450 and a 350 tip. So all total, this took 39 minutes, and I made $8. So I lost on this one. And then this was the decline, 925, 12.6 miles. I'm not even sure where that house position is, where that is. I think, I mean, that's way out there. That might be Hollywood, California, maybe. I'm not sure, but too far for me, decline. I took this one. Now we kind of reel in those mileage here. So $9, 6 miles. Um, for picking up at two places, and you see there's only one pickup pin here. That's because they're only like two doors apart from each other. Same shopping center, so it's kind of like one pickup location. Um, so I went ahead and took this. Um, and this was pretty easy. Had this delivered in 33 minutes, so not very good, hourly rate on this. But I took this picture because on the tropical smoothie, I took this screenshot because you see here it's a hand to recipient, and then in the instructions, the customer says leave it at the door. And then the rest of this is cut off. I have no idea what the rest of the instructions were. I couldn't see it anywhere. Uh, but anytime I have something like this, I screenshot that just to cover myself. Um, $4 from DoorDash, and only the Panera customer tip, $5. So the tropical smoothie, zero tipper. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a nice day on this miserable day today. I took this 461, only 2 miles. And then I'm on my way to, I'm almost at the McDonald's. I think I was at the traffic light actually where it's at, and I got a stack for $5.50 for adding on only 6/10 of a mile. Absolutely. So now I got, now you're talking, what is this? This is over $10, and I'm only going to be driving 2.5 miles. So sweet. And then, so I picked those up and delivered the, let's see here. So the second one, the 550, delivered first. It's supposed to be a leave at the door, but the lady's dad was out in the driveway, and he's kind of looking at me like, who is this, like, driving up in here? And I kind of, he knew nothing about this order. I said, yeah, I got a, he's looking at me all confused. I was like, I got a DoorDash order for Christina, and he's like, oh yeah. And I was like, this is such and such address, right? And he was like, yeah. And it was, long story short, it's his daughter. Um, and he took it. So $2, 350 tip. And then delivered the second one just 3 minutes later. The second customer was just a few streets over. And and there's the 461. So all total, this just took 19 minutes total and made a little over $10. So that was one of my few like good orders. 550, 3 miles, delivering to the W2. And I was just thinking about this like yesterday. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking about how I hadn't had a W-2 order in a while. Well, I get one today. Uh, no problems at all with this order. Was ready, delivered it. There was nobody there that like recognized me, so I parked, went in and out, got out of there. You know, easy. $2 and a 3.50 tip. Got another deliver that. Any guesses as to how much this offer was? $20. Like I said, that's all I'm gonna see. Of Honey Baked Ham going to Columbus and not doing it. $10 tip, and my theory is that deliver that has to make this at least 20, so they kicked in $10. 8.5 miles. And you notice here too, there's normally I think they like to get these orders at least, I think, 3 hours in advance to drivers or whatever. I saw they were sending me this only an hour and 15 minutes before it was to be picked up. So one or two of these deliver that. It was this one. It was this one. I was leaving the W-2. I got this come across, and I immediately I was right across from like a little shopping center, so I pulled in, and I had to hurry up and like stop the car so I could look at this and quickly give it back because. With this little amount of time to go, if I would have took my time and took a half hour to kind of decide on this, I probably would have got penalized. So that's what kind of sucks about them sending me crap that's less than 2 hours before. uh I took this. Yeah, it's going out to the east side, but it's still almost $17. And yeah, you got the mileage, 14 items. Hopefully, wouldn't be too bad. So I went ahead and took it. Um, and forgot to turn off Uber. So this was a decline. 437, 6 Mile Taco Bell. Decline and turn off Uber. Now I get inside. Meyer, and this was actually a really easy shop. You see, there was only a few, like two, four, so only seven things to shop for. So you see the six chicken pot pies, the two Pringles. Those were the last two Pringles on the shelf, actually. That first thing, the sweet and salty variety pack, I didn't even know they had these in the store. Where it had like cookies, animal crackers, and something else I can't remember. Um, and that baby pop lollipop thing that was up at the cash registers. And family size. You know what's funny about the Stouffer's, the family size lasagna? They got two different sizes that says family size on the box. Well, make up your mind. Which is the family size? The one that's like smaller, that's also called family. Can't you call that something else? I don't know. So if you have three different sizes, have your individual, your family size, come up with a different name for the third one. I scanned the bigger family size at first, but no, it was the smaller family size. That kind of stuff's irritating to me. If you can't tell already, I get irritated easily anymore at the stupidest crap. I'm telling you. Had that delivered at 10:23. Um, from 9:41 to 10:58, you're talking over an hour. This is all I made. 1667. And we were coming up on like the lunchtime um, time of the shift, and I died basically. 1075, 592 tip. Another deliver that. I was not familiar with, I'm not really familiar that much with fishing or road area. I mean, I have been there, but it's not my normal like territory, and I'm not really familiar with this wherever this west side address was. Guess how much it paid? You guessed it, $20. Thank you very much. Decline. Not messing around with it. Again, giving me something that's supposed to be picking up within an hour and a half. Gave this back. This was interesting. I had dropped off that previous order. I was coming back to zone. I was actually kind of like approaching the Stringtown exit where I would have needed to get off for this, and this was interesting. $18 a catering order. I don't turn down too many catering orders, but I mean, look where this is going. It's going to downtown Columbus. So $18 plus a $3 setup, 15 items. That could be like 15 like meals that serve 30 people for all I know. I mean, this could be, for all I know, this could be like a truckload of food that wouldn't even fit in my car. So I have no idea. Um, and so it was kind of tempting just because I haven't done a DoorDash catering order in a while. But this just did not seem worth it to me. $21 and who knows how much food this was going to be, and going to downtown. Um, Now I've only in my like almost 2 years with DoorDash, I've only ever had one order before that had a setup fee included, and with that there was no mention of it on the offer screen. The customer, it's been like probably over a year ago, but the customer came outside with a cart, met me, and I put everything on the cart, and she wheeled everything back into the building. I closed out the order like I normally do, and then it's first time I saw any mention of a setup. So it's good that they put that on the front offer screen so that you know. Um, but I figured, I just figured let this go to another dasher. This is going to hit somebody else's screen. And this is as flashy as a Christmas tree here, right here, folks, because you got that green, like, setup pay and the large order catering, and then the setup required. This is all fancy and out of the ordinary and eye catching. And yet, let some other dasher make the mistake of taking that order and getting involved in something that they shouldn't have ever got involved with. To be honest. But who knows? Maybe it wasn't a bad order. I don't know, but I just wasn't going to chance it. $14, 11.7 miles. Going southeast Columbus, wherever the heck this is going. I'm just coming back from a long distance order, and I'm not going to turn around and do another one, $14 and go long distance again. So decline. this just this one I now by the time we get to this point here, I'm going back to Meyer anyway to park to wait for orders. It's coming up on lunchtime, and I get this offer come across. Look, you look at the screenshot here. I just now noticed this for the first time. I took this screenshot when there's 0 seconds on the. That's pretty funny. Um, but yeah, what I was trying to do, what I wanted to do is I was pulling into the parking lot at about 12 or 15 seconds left on the timer, and I was trying to get stopped, take my screenshot, which I did at 0 seconds. I just barely got the screenshot, and then I was going to accept this. I was going to accept it, and I wanted to see the 32 items and see how many different things to shop for, and I was maybe possibly going to keep it. And I remember all this now. And then if it was like 25 or 30 different items, and I was just going to drop it and take the hit. But as you see, I didn't get the chance to accept it. It's been a while ago. It's been a couple months ago, but DoorDash did for a couple days. They did on some orders. They started putting the total items and the number of SKUs. So and something like this, 32 items, 15 SKUs, for example. They did it for like a couple days, and then now we're back to where they're just showing like total items. It's just, I don't know, it's just kind of unfortunate. But maybe it was a bad idea. Maybe that the accept to decline ratio on shopping orders got worse when they tried that out. Maybe. I don't know. Uh, I guess this wasn't bad, but I didn't at this particular time. I didn't want to mess around with a $6 order. It's going less than 4 miles. It's not horrible, but I just didn't want to mess with it. And this was a decline, 525, 4 miles, Subway in Jersey Mike's. It's too bad the other customer wasn't, if they were all, you see 3 of the 4 stops is all in one place. If they would all 4 been there, obviously 525 for half a mile, then I would have done this, but not with that one customer being 4 miles away from everything else. Do you see right away what's wrong with this one? 1575, 9 miles. Check it out, folks. 71 items. No thanks. And I told my wife about this offer, and we were talking about it. And perfect example right here. They need to put the number of SKUs on something like this. For all I know, this could only been 10 things to shop for, all in one aisle. Probably unlikely, but it's possible. It could have been all cat food. The small little tiny cans of cat food, and the customer wanted 7 different flavors, 10 cans of each. One of them would be 11 cans. Boom. Tiny little order. The 71 items sounds like a lot, but and plus you got, and some of the past PetSmart orders that I've had, you see an order like this come across 71 items, it could be 71 crickets. You're only going into the store to shop one thing, and you really don't even shop it. You just get an associate to get you the crickets, they hand you the bag, and off you go. So, I don't know. It's just my opinion. It should be separated. This was a decline. $8, 9.5 miles going out east. I was getting frustrated at this point and wanting to just shut it down for the day and get something to eat. Not this one. I almost took $6, 3.8 miles. It's coming home. Okay, so but it's not even 11 o'clock yet. So I was like, well, here's my decision thought process here. Where do I want to wait for a lunchtime order? I've had a few declines in a row here. Should I just go ahead and take this $6, head home and wait for an order there? But no, I made the decision to drop that and stay where I was at to get something else. And so I drop a $6 order and I take a $4.50 order. My wife got a kick out of that. I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this think it's stupid as well. But I was like, well, I'm gonna, I now I'm getting tired of just declining. Okay, let me take this. It's only 1 mile, and I don't even, to be honest, I don't think this was even a mile. I think that mileage is off there. Um, I was right there at the Burger King. So I go in there, the order was ready, I get it, and it's just, we're talking 3 traffic lights away at the daycare is where this delivered. Um, and so I'm, knocking out a quick little order and staying in that area. I forget to turn off Uber. What is this? $6 for a shopping order, 7.5 miles, and I'd have to shop. See, Uber separated it out here on this screen. So 13 things to shop for, 15 items. So thanks a lot, Uber, for doing something that I wish DoorDash would do. But even still, going into the Giant Eagle to shop for 13 things, only getting $6, no. Quickly turned off Uber. There you see my forfeit, $2 and 250 tip. This took me 10 minutes. 10 minutes, had this done, start to finish. And then I get here's my last order, 750, 3.5 mile McDonald's. This went to one of the homes on the corner of 665 and Harrisburg Pike. Right at that intersection, there's these homes that sit like right, practically sitting on the highway. And so I knew where I was going. The problem was I've delivered to, like, not this particular house before, but I've delivered to 2 other homes that are like right there. Okay. Those 2 previous times, there was like a driveway or little street, alley, whatever, for me to like pull into. I made the turn, and I couldn't see the addresses at first, but I knew it was one of the houses that was right there. And this one, I saw like a lady standing in front. I figured that was the house. But I did not see like a driveway. And I didn't have much time to really like analyze and look either. Okay. So I drove past the house. I went down an alley and then come to the back of the house and was trying to find, where I thought the best place to stop the car. And I was getting frustrated really fast. I ended up stopping the car at the gas station that's on the other side of the intersection out of frustration. And I get out of the car and I walk across the road and walked past a house. It was like the second house over. I walked through the front yard of the first house, and then that little lady that was standing out there, that was the customer. Long story short, I could have stopped the car right in front of the house. But it wasn't a driveway at all. All it like literally between the house and the highway was this little like gravelly area that would have parked like two cars. There's one vehicle parked and another place where I could have parked. But I was looking for a traditional like driveway or alley to pull into. It was the most frustrating thing to end a frustrating dash. But what? That's just the kind of day it was. $2 and 5.50 tip. Thank you very much for the tip. And uh, some customer instructions would have been nice on this. I don't know what's the best way to word it, but there are two. There is a parking spot, not a driveway, but a parking spot in front of the house, and then I would have known. But whatever. Decline 950, 13.5 miles, going out to Paris, France. Not doing it. Not shopping 8 items at Meyer and getting on a plane and being in a plane for 15 hours to go to Europe to deliver this order. $7, 9 miles, going to Orient, maybe going to the prison, maybe not, but I don't know, and I'll never know where it was going because I didn't do it. 650, and why I didn't already have it turned off at this point, I don't know. Why it's still on and I'm still declining, I have no idea, folks. But 650, 9 miles, going down south, Melbourne, Australia, decline. Here we go. I believe this is the last decline. I'm practically sitting right on to, as you see on the map, practically sitting at Mr. Abachi's front door. And so this 15 miles is all to look at. Oh, this is going to Mount Sterling. Okay. I think I didn't pay attention to this. All I seen was the 15 miles when I declined this order and hit the decline button. But now I see for the first time it's going to Mount Sterling. I think it's 2 years of DoorDash'n. I don't think I've seen an offer going to Mount Sterling. Absolutely ridiculous. I didn't even know that we had orders that went there. It's ridiculous. I mean that Mount Sterling, they should be getting their food from DoorDash from like Cincinnati, not Columbus. I mean, for gosh sakes here, people. Logged off at 8:33. Finally. There you see the 4:55 start time. The dash was 6 hours 37 minutes. Only active 2 hours 52 minutes. Some of that was waiting for orders. Some of that was the 3 times I had it on pause to do the Uber orders. So that was probably that was like 23 minutes and roughly an hour and 20 minutes or so of that downtime was Uber orders. 9 deliveries for 61.28, and then you had the 3 Uber for 34.44. And I think that totaled up to be about as like $98. I almost made goal. Uh, Now at 3,433 lifetime DoorDash deliveries, 64 lifetime Uber deliveries. And acceptance rate on DoorDash dropped from 48 to 47%. I don't know how you decline like 872 orders in one dash, and my AR just dropped 1%. Drove 86 miles to get the $98. It could have been worse if I would have taken one or two um, of those other long distance orders that I declined. Then it would have been an upside down day on mileage. But I had less miles, or better than goal on miles to money. And that's fortunately that's it for this dash. And so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm leaning towards doing a second dash later because this first one was so bad. How could an evening dash be worse than this? So I've been thinking about it, and I'm thinking, I might do I don't know, like a 5:30, 5:45, 6 o'clock, something like that, till 8, 8:30, possibly. We'll see. And if I do, I'll probably shoot another quick video. We'll see. But that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hope your day and gig work went much better than this one. I don't see how it could have got much worse than this one. So good luck to all of you out there, and be safe out there driving. We'll catch you next time.